Thanks for investing your time coming to you live from Newfoundland, Canada today.
Oh, thank you, brother. I was up in Nova Scotia. When was that, man? God damn, had to be 30 years ago. Did a salt bath. They closed the salt bath on me. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man.
And then Jim Morales, one of your CFOs, he's in my mastermind. He says, "What's up?"
Oh, that's awesome. Tell Jim hello for me.
Yep.
I think Jim wants it.
We got a hard stop at 11:15 for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I had the live thing going and it just timed out. So sorry, 2 seconds.
Adam.
We are live. Hey guys, this is Adam Carswell. Hi, Grandma. And today I'm joined by Mr. 10X Grant Cardone. Grant is the founder of Cardone Capital, which has $2 billion in assets under management and counting. We're growing. There we go. He was born and raised in Lake Charles, Louisiana. As far as I know, Mr. Cardone, you didn't go to college or university anywhere, which I love.
Yeah, no, I went to college. I finished college with an accounting degree, but it didn't help me.
Okay, there you go. Now lives in beautiful, sunshiny Miami. Land of the free, some might say. And somebody play that Will Smith track here real quick. Mr. Cardone, thank you for coming on the show. And do you have any opening remarks for our listeners?
Awesome, man. Appreciate you being here. Do I have opening remarks? Bro, look, you don't need money. You probably don't even need time, and you don't need connections. And that's what I prove on Undercover Billionaire. I get dropped off in a city, no money. I have 90 days to build $1 million business, and I have no connections. And when you guys download Discovery Plus app, you're going to watch a guy get dropped off. I shaved my head. I've never been to this city before. I have no connections there.
I got you covered here. Hold on, I'll share the screen real quick. Here he is, guys.
Yeah, I can't use my social media. I cannot use my banks, my credit lines, my Visa cards, my American Express card. I can't use anything, and I have to build $1 million business. And I tell Discovery, screw the million. I'll do 10 million. No money. I don't even need your $100. She was like, "Are you for real? Are you for real?" I said, "Oh, I'm for real." And I said, and if I don't do it, I'll pay you $1 million in cash if I don't pull it off. Now, I said all this, Adam, before COVID hit. So when COVID hit, I'm like, oh, shit. That's the thing about making big bets and having a big mouth. Then something bad happens and you're like, oh, wow. Maybe COVID shuts everything down and we never have to do this show because I don't think I can do it now. So they called me 3 months after COVID the country shut down, the production shut down, and they called me back and said, "Hey, we want to pick the show up where it left off. Do you think you can still do it?" And I'm like, whoa, I don't know now, because 40 million people were out of work when I went back to start this again. So it's an unbelievable project. It's like, if you're in business or want to be in business or have an idea for a business, you have to watch this show, because you are going to see that time and money are illusions, and yet you need a strategy. And basically, I put together a strategy to build this business with no contacts and no money. And anybody that watches this, whether you like my style or not, I promise you will watch it twice. Discovery told me last night they have people downloading the app and watching one show 4 and 5 times, the same show. And they said, "Why do you think that is?" I said, "Because they're looking for the moves, man. People want to know what the moves are." People are sick of lectures. You and I were on Clubhouse. I'm going to follow you on Clubhouse. I am. And people are like, there's so much advice on Clubhouse. So many, you should do this and you should do that. And you should do this.
Can we focus on that real quick? Because you are setting a major trend for not only entrepreneurs, but from capital raisers. I just saw your article yesterday. You raised 8.5 just from hopping on there. That's how we set up this call. I know we're talking about Undercover Billionaire, but what do you see in the future of Clubhouse, and how are you differentiating yourself?
Well, I don't know that it's so much about Clubhouse as it is just about having a network to be able to communicate into. And last night, we've raised over $15 million from Clubhouse for Cardone Capital. The article said 8.5 million. We've done over 15 million collected. We have done.
What's your message to capital raisers and commercial real estate professionals that think it's for kids and social media is a waste of time?
Dude, keep believing that. All good for me. And it's also there's a message there for all the people on there that just have opinions and giving advice. I mean, it is a club, right? When you walk into a club, any club in the world, you go to a Fontainebleau down here. What's the name of the place? Live. You go to Live, which is a famous club here in Miami, and you walk into the club. There's going to be, 2,000 people in the room, most of which are talking shit, talking bad news, having opinions about Biden and Trump or nuclear agreements or the latest drama out of Hollywood. It's a club, dude. Like 90% of the conversations that go on in a club are completely useless. Then there's about 10% of the conversations that are taking place in a club that actually go to the bank. And I'm in that 10%.
You just referenced Biden and Trump. When are you running for office?
Yeah, that probably won't happen. I might run for governor one day, but I don't think I'll run for president. It's just too much heat.
I thought I heard you mention that before, so I had to ask. So as far as Undercover Billionaire, Uncle G, music makes the world go around, and I'm sure you were going through some interesting times during your adventures there. What if you had to say, what was the one song that sticks out in your head when you think back to that time in your life and you had no money?
Regrets, I've had a few, and this one is one of them.
There we go.
Look, this show, I would never do this show again. This was the hardest, most difficult, most painful experience in my entire life. There's nothing that has been harder than that. And I had a drug addiction for 10 years, from 15 years old to 25. It was terrible, right? It was terrible. These 90 days felt like 10 years to me. And it was demeaning. It was humiliating. I was cold. I had no place to live. I was hungry. I lived on beans and rice and quinoa and vegetables that I could get from this farm. I lived on that for 85 days. I had to lie the entire time, say I was somebody else. I've spent 35 years building my name, and then I couldn't use it.
What was it like with the camera crew following you around? Because I think I heard you mention that it actually kind of stopped you from making a few deals that you thought you were going to pull off. Yeah,
look, cameras help you with people that can't help you. People that want to be on camera, yeah, bring them in. But I needed to make I needed to build $1 million business. Cameras help you with people that can't help you. And they hurt you with people that can help you.
Somebody tweet that, right? Someone tweet it, quote you, tweet that.
Yeah, sure. Most people won't understand what it means, but you got to reference hashtag Undercover Billionaire and then tag my name, and then people understand where it's coming from, right? Because a lot of people think the cameras would help me, but the truth is, I'm trying to get into a bank. How are the cameras going to help me? They're not going to help me. I'm trying to get into a mortgage business where they're very, very competitive, talking about their rates, their terms, et cetera. How's that going to help me? And I can't get discovered, by the way. Okay, here's the deal. I can't get discovered. If I get discovered, I can't use the deal in my evaluation for the $1 million business. So I have all this camera crew with me. So I have to literally use the crew to distract, because everybody's gonna be like, what's all the cameras about? Who's the dude? Oh, I think I know that guy.
Did you make any contacts while you were on the show that were a reliable business source that you needed to be successful, but now you're going to keep working with them moving forward?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who was that? If you can say, I don't know if you can say.
Well, the guy I ended up doing a partnership with, we'll be friends for many, probably for life, unless he screws up. And we'll have a business. I mean, it's the start of a new business. I created a new business there with this guy, Matt Smith. I'll scale those businesses out nationwide starting this year. Trust me, it's going to be more than $1 million business. It's going to probably be the start of a $250 to $300 million business.
Love it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wind things down now. Mr. Cardone, if you could give a shout out to someone you've never given a shout out to before, and then give our audience the one single best way to follow up and get in touch with you.
Give a shout out to somebody?
Someone you've never given a shout out to before.
Johnny, the camera guy.
There he is. And then the single best way for anyone following.
Matt Smith, man. Matt Smith, my partner in my new partner in Pueblo from Undercover Billionaire.
There we go.
The town of Pueblo, I'll give them a shout out. Jesus, I'm giving you a shout out wherever you are. Muhammad, I'm giving you a shout out, man. I hadn't given you a shout out in a long time. Like Martin Luther King. Hey, shout out from Grant Cardone down here in Miami. Appreciate your leadership.
Real quick, so best way for anyone they're listening to follow up and get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, just plug in, just do a Google search on Grant Cardone, Undercover Billionaire. I'll do the rest. I'll find you.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Cardone, for investing your most valuable resource with us today, your time. Any closing words?
Chase that dream, bro, and stuff it out.
Love it. Thank you. Guys, thank you for tuning into Dream Chasers, Interviews with the Future. We will catch you in the next episode. Remember,
thanks, Adam.
In all you think, say, and do, take it to the next level.
Thank you, Adam.